IPL is going to add two new teams and it is going to be for 6 months. Now we had seen how Indian cricket team is performing. The performance ratings are going down to rock bottom. If this continues, will they qualify for the next World Cups? Where this IPL had improved the Indian cricket standards. At the long run, IPL start to decline. Greetings to every gentleman who are listening to my podcast and welcome to Speak and Boom with Sasi Kulandi. Today we are going to see about something which is very disheartening about the expose of IPL. This defeat I won't dedicate it to the players because the players are already demoralized. They have been greatly insulted by fans and they are getting a lot of abuse, verbal abuse as well as the tweet abuse. These people don't know what is the problem is. Already we are having 8 IPL teams, which is more larger than any of the league matches are played outside India, such as the Big Bash or LPL or PSL or Bangladesh or Afghanistan Premier League, like that. But in IPL we are having 8 teams and then now we are having 2 more. So what is the problem will be happening is increase of workload, disintegration, integration of teams. Our India might become like an team like Portugal. So what will be happening is we will be getting a series of stat padders in the team. So that might be a problem. You might be a team player for some other team and then you need to integrate again to India and we need to play. So this feels like somewhat problematic to players because this pitch is also not supporting them. The stars is also not supporting them. So we cannot blame the players at any cost because of their poor performance. We should understand that it might be the ground, it might be the toss, it might be the due conditions. That's what we need to understand. The chasing is favors in Dubai, then the batting first. That's what we are facing, another issue now. And the sudden collapse of team is also because of the slowness of the pitch. That's what we see also. But how other players play, not us, because we are having a lot of pressure and workload. That's what now we are facing a huge backlash. First of all, we need to control the players, not to use a lot of social media feeds and then they are viewing that and putting photos and then they will be getting verbal abuse again in social media. If somebody puts an Instagram post, that's enough to comment about them, to spew venom about them, everything will be happening. So what should be the reason for it is what we are saying. We cannot blame the players at any cost because the players are working so hard enough to make their performances. Still they are lagging behind because increasing workload. The 10 team IPL now will be increasing the workload as much as possible. They need to play about how many matches when there are 8 teams? About 124 matches, or I think 112 plus 4, how much? 116 matches they need to play. But now it is 184 matches. Nearly it's going to be a 6 months of calendar, and then they need to go about 3 tours or something. So the tour matches will be like 5 into 3 is equal to 15. 15 tests, 5 into 5. Let's take 3 tests to 5 tests. So we will take approximately 5 tests for a match, and then 2 T20Is, 2 ODIs, like that. So what will be happening is 4 plus 5 into 5, it's gonna be 25. So 29 a month. So a tour will be taking a month. About 3 tours if they go means they will be getting 9 months. So 6 months it will be entirely IPL. Then they will go for 3 months for tours. Then when they will prepare for World Cup? That's what the question is. So we cannot blame any of the players at any case, or we should not troll them by spewing venom on basis of not cricket. This is not at all fine. In the fans, what I am saying is it is not fine. We should not blame them by this. That's what my thought is. We cannot blame cricketers that they have not performed well. We need to analyze what will be the other reasons. If somebody falls, we should not insult them again and again. This will be making more hatred. So what we should see is we need to give them a support. So okay, it's okay, let it be. We can do it next time, like that. We need to give a support. But still many people are just trying to make insults like on the basis of any other means that is not cricket. So now let us see how did the management is destroying the Indian cricket team again. The India once the India was known for its proudness. So what is the problem that IPL will be giving is what I am going to explain. About 6 months we are going to play IPL. So what will happen is you will be playing about 130 plus 130 matches approximately. So 124 I think. So really it will be taking 130 days because they will be having 1 day gaps like that. So we will be taking approximately 130 days you will be getting. So what is going to be the issue is when we are playing lot of matches we will be forgetting the local cricket also. The under 19 cricket it will be going fine, but what about the local crickets like Ranji Trophy, Deodhar Trophy, Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, and then what Irani Cup, Duleep Trophy, like that. There are n number of trophies which we are being playing for developing domestic cricket. That is how many cricketers come into the form by playing well in domestic and then coming. That's how Sachin Tendulkar came into the picture. He was playing local cricket well, like Ranji or Syed Mushtaq Ali trophies, which is recent one. So these things people start to forget that we have local trophies, that local talents are not every local talent is shown in the limelight. For example, let us take Wasim Jaffer. Wasim Jaffer is making a lot of memes and trolls in the internet, but nobody knows he is the highest run getter in the Ranji trophies. That's how he had been selected for some matches in local pitches, that he hit a double century against Pakistan. That thing also we need to give, because the local talents who had played cricket, they will be getting a chance once at least. They need to get a chance. But what does the IPL does? The IPL also gives some advantage. The IPL also had warned that Rohit Sharma is not in form. Hardik Pandya might not in form, but Hardik Pandya in today's match he has well improved. He has bowled 2 overs with decent economy of 8 for something. But the many players who had not even touched that single digit mark except Bumrah. So these are some of the things I had seen about which is being overly trolled. Jadeja was good at bat and ball and field at IPL. So the captaincy also comes into the picture. Virat Kohli, I need to give him a special mention. I will be explaining about him in another segment. So this is what is growing as an issue right now. We cannot blame any players, but the thing is I need to give some honorable mention to Virat Kohli. Except him, I won't blame anyone because everyone is playing fine. That's what the thing is. We don't have any points to troll anyone, because from Pakistan match they had learned something new. So this is not going to be permanent, but hope they don't make it permanent, because already we are having 8 teams. That is more than enough in my perspective. But if you have 10 teams, means you need to manage. there's tight lines or schedules. How many West Indies players will be playing your thing? But what about the cricket? For example, if many Sri Lankan players are taken into the squad, the Australian players are taken into the squad, the English players taken into the squad, New Zealand taken into the squad, these main players will be going each and every team. But what about the tours which are going? That's what we need to think of. If there is no IPL, means India would have gone to 3 or 4 local tours also, because the local tours might have improved the players' stats. The players' stats might have improved the players' confidence that the people don't see. How the Babar Azam had won these matches confidently? Because he had scored well in his local Premier League, that is none other than the National T20 Cup, and already he had played with Zimbabwe. But he got the momentum in hand. Even though Zimbabwe is a fixing country, we all know that this was. But how their team had won means they have the momentum, they have the confidence which have grown apart when we are playing against these low rated teams. Still we are playing with New Zealand, England, Australia, New Zealand, England, Australia, New Zealand, England, Australia. It's going to be a headache. In my perspective, England is playing against each and every team nearly. They will have a calendar. But if you play only with some 1 or 2 teams, means England, Australia, New Zealand, England, Australia, New Zealand, then what is going to be the problem? What you will be facing about Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Afghanistan? You need to play Asia Cup. Once they had thought that we need to stop Asia Cup where India won't play. But in my perspective, we need to play Asia Cup. At least we need to win that. Let's check whether the Asia Cup is won by India. This is what I am going to tell about. Is the IPL is eating away many of the chances for players to grow. The IPL might have given some blessings to many people, but in my perspective, IPL had become a curse hole, because when players start to play with the franchise cricket, they will know about the weaknesses of the player so easily. We people don't see these things on. Then they will also be easy and flexible to play in the pitches like Indian pitches or everything. So they will be playing in each and every Indian pitch. For that only foreign players are trying to get earned in this. But our players are not like that. They are trying to sit only for the Indian Premier League, and that's enough. So what is the purpose of Indian Premier League is going down and down and down. Once it was a boom. Under Dhoni's captaincy, he took many players from IPL. But that dropped suddenly. We don't know why. These teams start to bleed like something. We have seen that once India was so strong under Dhoni's captaincy. And then under Kohli also had capitalized well in England pitches. But this pitch is not supporting him, and toss also doesn't support him. We cannot blame Kohli too much, but I will be blaming him on some other issues. So these are lot of things I had seen. India is literally unlucky, and the thing is the toss is very it's not in our hands. That's what I am also thinking of. So how did the IPL is trying to take over the Indian cricket, which is going to be a dangerous one? Because in IPL you might see that about rich men like Ambani, I don't want to mention any names, but I just popped out of Ambani because Ambani has the most successful team. And also there are many other players, many other owners like SRK or Chennai has. I will list everyone. For Chennai, it is going to be the N. Srinivasan and his group, and now I think it is changed into Muthoot or something. I don't remember perfectly who's the owner, but previously it was owned by N. Srinivasan, I think. And then for Mumbai, it is going to be none other than Ambani's. And then for Delhi, it's going to be the JSW Cement and GMR group, I think. And then when we are going towards Bengal, we will be getting Jionia and Shah Rukh Khan's Red Chillies Entertainment and Juhi Chawla. And further we are going towards Punjab, means we will be getting Preeti Zinta and some other corporations. And then when we are going straight to Rajasthan, we will be also getting some of the intelligence boards here, right? And sorry, in this which we will be getting is about the foreign players who invested in IPL. That is how there is going to be another team, I think, foreign team apart from Rajasthan Royals might come. And then what about that Sunrisers Hyderabad? It is also owned by some corporate like Dayanidhi Maran, who is related politically to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu by family. Yeah, sorry. And this is what the issue is. Still, these investors try to pump money in IPL just to play these matches. It's not about talent scouting or something. This IPL might destroy your careers easily. So now about these local trophies, they are not getting a lot of screen time, and talent scouters are truly focused towards IPL, and they are ignoring the list A cricket and first class cricket. So how does the cricket function works now? Cricket is turned towards business is another threat for people. It's going to be a huge threat for the future cricketing nations. At least Sri Lanka, these other teams have at least maximum they will be going towards 6. Apart from that, they won't increase because of this problem. That's what I need to explain you guys about. I need to give some credits to Virat Kohli for making a beautiful performance on Twitter. Virat Kohli, he, as being a captain, kindly concentrate on cricket. That's what your fans also think of. You don't need to show off something, or you don't need to express your opinion. Okay, understand. People start to do a lot of social work than being a cricketer. That's why the cricketers fail. A lot of cricketing talents like you guys, when they are getting something like desire, it might be anything and everything. It is not going, I'm not going to give any certain things. So I think the social media presence, it's not going to help in cricket in my perspective. At that time you can use your phone and talk in social media. That won't cure your depression. That won't change the morale. We all know what is social media is and how it is structured on. The social media dance tunes for some communities, some organizations, some things. Communities means I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about the organizations. There are a lot of non-religious, non-tribal communities that will not be coming under something which you think of. I'm saying about the collaborative communities which are present, and these communities will be trying to troll these people, and lot of people, toxic fan base are present in every social media. Kindly I provide people to avoid these things. You put the post and you get the likes, that is enough. Try to avoid these criticisms or trolls, because it won't help you at any cost, and you don't teach anyone anything, because that's not your thing. You are not going to revolutionize anything, or you are not going to become like an administrator for the country. You are just a cricket player. You need to concentrate. If Neeraj Chopra does like many things like this, means he won't be getting a gold medal. I'm very honest. PV Sindhu is a potential candidate for gold medal, but if she concentrates even more, very hard enough, she will also become like another Neeraj Chopra. That's what I am going to give a small information, that we don't need to go towards the social media. The social media is going to be anyways toxic, and to counter that you have your own fan base also. Your true fans will be countering these type of trash, because this will reduce the morale of people or something. These news will be trying to troll anything or anything, because they are having some agendas between them. They have some agreements, they have some contractual approach of reading news and writing news, everything. So Why we need to give a lot of pressure towards it? Social media. If they troll, let them troll. We will ignore these things. And also the press meet. If they ask some question, means we don't need to give opinion for everything and each. We will be the losers. So that's what I'm also saying, that you can use social media, but don't give a lot of writing things like that in Twitter or something, because it is not going to help anybody at any case. Social media is literally a nutcase, half nutcase. So let us go towards it. Let us go towards the match, the practice, everything. That is enough. That is what we are thinking of. We don't need anyone to make something big or propaganda or something. We don't care about it. We don't care a damn. We will be supporting only good cricket. That's what we need. We are not going to give any toxicity to anybody or anything. That's what my opinion is. Please don't give a lot of importance to this social media or criticism or even news. They're making a money of it, pumping money out of these controversies and issues. How many link clicks that have been used as a clickbait technique? These news channels use a lot of clickbaiting techniques. That's what I had seen about. So kindly start to ignore these things. They will itself get saturated. You don't want to poke your nose to everything which is very taste and smell. And finally, this is what I need to conclude. These are some of my rants. You might take it as an advice, you might take it as a trolls, you can take it as a meme, anything, or even a sarcastic thing. But what I think is, kindly, please don't get overworked. That's what. Please don't get overworked. Please do not give a lot of message to people. Once it will be giving a backfire to you. This is what some of my opinions is. If you need to take it, take it. If not, so means don't care about it. That's what some of my suggestions. I can only give suggestions to people. I cannot force you to do like this. That's it. And thank you for listening to my Expose podcast. Stay tuned for even more updates. This is Speak and Boom with Sassy Cool Indy signing off.